here with Andy Mineo. He just
Hello.
performed live. He did an amazing job. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thanks for having me, man.
You have been one busy fella. You're all over the country. Tell us a bit about that, how you kind of keep the balance between family life, rocking out these arenas here in front of so many people.
Sure. Yeah, man. It's really trying to master the skill of saying no to certain things and trying to budget my time well so I could be faithful to the other things I got going on in my life that are, just as important and more important than music, like my wife and my family. So, it's a constant juggling act, but me and my wife been putting together some things to help us put parameters on stuff so we can try to stay healthy, in the most important areas. But I'm just grateful for the opportunities, man. They keep coming, and I just want to keep making good music and serving people with it. So, that's what we're going to do.
And you put out this CD, Uncomfortable. What was the inspiration behind that CD?
Yeah, really the season of life I was in, just very uncomfortable and feeling like, yo, this is to live life on purpose is really hard. And it's uncomfortable and it's stretching. I was getting married, I was moving, I was putting out my second album that there was a lot of pressure for, and it was, a lot of times I was like, yo, I want to just get out of this uncomfortable kind of situation I was in, but I realized that I needed to try to learn what I should get out of that stuff. Because in those moments when you're uncomfortable, you're being stretched, usually God is growing you or changing you or teaching you something. And so I wanted just people to embrace that, embrace the idea of, that discomfort can be good for us.
Yeah, because it's normally in those stretching times where, the rubber meets the road that we find out what we're made of. What are our true beliefs? Are we gonna, compromise here or there, or do we really believe, the message that we read and stuff like that? So coming from New York City, one of our favorite cities, uptown, and your music, like we've seen you, you do a lot of remixes, for a lot of really popular global artists. Do you ever sleep? Like you're New York City, you're everywhere else, you're doing all these artists, you're doing your own.
The city that never sleeps.
Yeah. No, I do. Especially, the way that I travel is basically like I try to put a bunch of stuff together in a week and then like have a week or two off and try to catch a rhythm like that. So usually it's crazy just for a bit, and then we usually take a break. And when I get that break, that's when I try to wake up early in the morning. My wife's going to school, so I try to wake up early with her, make breakfast for her, send her off, and then try to be in bed by like 11.
Good husband.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's very much not the rapper life. It's like, it's 11 o'clock, we need to get to bed so we can wake up early. It's very funny.
But you're ready for the long haul. That's why you're taking good care of yourself.
Yeah, you just gotta, I think just people can get lost in this. It's very easy, and we've seen so many people get lost in it. So just trying my best to, handle it, with a sober mind and do the best I can with it.
That's awesome.
I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing Andy around for the long haul, because you're putting priorities in order, but it's not compromising your music either. And, you're able to do music that has a message, but then you're also able to be out, amongst others and influencing that sphere of music. So talking about that, if you could collab with anyone, absolutely anyone from the get-go, who would it be?
Ooh, such a good question. I actually really would prefer to work with like interesting like singers and producers more than rappers, honestly. I'd love to do a song with Adele or like
that'd be cool.
Bruno Mars or something. Like those guys have such epic voices and chorus making abilities. I think we could create something really special. So that's what I'm about, like mixing up interesting artists to do stuff together that you wouldn't expect.
So during the concert, I heard some Kanye. So I was going to ask you.
Where?
Well, isn't the I go for mine, I got to shine.
Yeah.
Now put your hands up in the sky.
Yeah, exactly.
I was getting down. I was like,
Yeah.
So who inspires you musically?
So many people, really. Like if I showed you a playlist I listen to on Spotify, it'd be like
all over the place.
Who is this guy? But the guys that I really enjoy the most are the people who are mixing lots of interesting sounds together.
Yeah.
So guys like Jack Garrett, like John Bellion, those are the guys that pull from rock and soul and hip hop and mix it all together in one interesting pot. And that's the stuff that kind of keeps my attention. If I hear just a regular rap beat or a regular folk song and you kind of can expect it, it's not as interesting to me. So I like those guys pushing the limits.
Well, thank you so much for joining Becca and me here at the Daystar Backstage
Yes.
live stream. We've got so much more coming up. Check this out.